Hello, welcome to my messy studio. Today I'm going to be doing a little short presentation on using some Dura Bright white. This will be the background, and then some clear craft plastic, and these are both from Grafix. And I'll be using some alcohol inks. I found this frame in my closet that's just begging to be used, and it is I'm kind of a sucker for square and round. So I'm going to be doing a wreath and fitting it in here. So let's get started. So I want the background to be super subtle. I'm going to save this for another project. So I'm just going to be using a little bit of slate, a little bit of Pinata Pearl, and I'm going to add a little bit of this holographic ink from Funkadelic. It's out of Australia. Just because I want it to be kind of sparkly, and I just want it to be really subtle. So I'm going to just kind of put some ink or alcohol down, and then a little ink, and a little of the pearl. This is where you can kind of vary whatever. I don't want it to be, I just want it to be subtle. This stuff is really cool because it will have different colors depending on how the light hits it. So I'm just gonna get this nice, and the one thing I love about the Grafix is the ability to get back to white. And I'm just gonna move it and get it, I should put my gloves on. Get the colors to where I would like them to be. Make sure I don't have any color on here. I just want to kind of move it around. It's really pretty. And if it's too much, I'll just take a lot of it off. So, but that's what I'm going to do for this. And then I will show you how we'll move on to the other section. So the clear craft plastic comes with protective coating on both sides. I had to take my gloves off to get it off. I'm just going to take off the one side. I'm going to paint on first and then do the back side later. That way it gives me a little bit of a transparency so I can kind of see things a little bit better. And then I'm going to trim it down to a 9x9 as well. And then trace a circle around. And I'll be sure to save this extra for other projects. And so I'll be right back. So I made a little mark for my center because I want to try, this is an old, this is about the size I want the wreath to be. It might be a little bit big, but I'm going to try to get it as close to center as possible. You know, this is the center. I can see the little dot, and I'm just going to kind of try to set it on top like that. And then, should do it the other way around. Take a marker and just do a little, trace it. And there's my circle. So now I'm going to just put some color in my palette. See, I save these and I use them all up. So sometimes I don't really know what colors are in there, but I'm really okay with that because it's all about just experimenting and having fun anyway. And I am going to, I don't know if I'm gonna sketch it out. I think I'm just gonna go for it. We're just gonna do an evergreen leaf with maybe some blue juniper berries, and maybe we'll put some red berries in it. I don't know. Just make it look a little holiday, Christmassy, kind of fun, something different. And since the background is kind of blue, I might use some of the pearl and stuff in the front too, just to kind of get that to be continued on. Yeah. Put my glove back on. All right, here we go. Let's add a little evergreen in my palette. A little limeade. That is not limeade, that is blue. So to start, I am just going to, I have a little brown marker. This is a E29. And I'm just gonna kind of add a little brown, nice squeaky noises to make it look like a wreath. While my ink is kind of setting up a little bit in my palette, grab a different color too. I'll do several colors. Okay, if it kind of comes out, kind of comes around. Kind of want to go in a little bit more so than out, so I'm going to really make an effort to do that. And I may even take a little bit of black. Okay, so then I have a little line brush. Make sure I don't have any colors in there, which I do. I had, well, it was a green, which was fine. Get that out of the way. And this is evergreen, and I'm just gonna make, I need some limeade too. Let's put it right here. Just gonna dab some stuff in right now. I'm not, it's gonna be kind of transparent because inks are transparent, but well, we're gonna make that work. So I just want to make a couple leaves here and there, just some of this is the limeade. And it's okay if it's blooming. I'm okay with that. Now I'm gonna try a little Everglades. Really would like it to be thicker. I'm trying to resemble a little. I added accidentally a little blue to this green that I thought, no, I don't really like that. Well, maybe. It's kind of cool. What blue was it? It was indigo. I think I added it to my Everglades pile. Mixed it. I'm all about just like creating illusions and not being super particular about making things exact. Kind of want to make it look sort of like a leaf, but it doesn't have to. We're going to add some berries and stuff with the blue, and that'll make it even look more like a Christmas holiday wreath. I don't think everything has to be red and green anyway for the holidays, so it'd be kind of fun to do something different colors. Some really dried up ink up here. Just try to get some of that. Again, I don't want to go out too far that way. I want to make it look like evergreens. This ink is super dried out, but it's also working perfectly for, it's all about getting the level of evaporation right. So I'm going to fast forward through this because I'm trying to keep it 10 to 15 minutes. And then I will come back. I'm thinking that's looking pretty good. Kind of looks a little bit tropical, but that's okay too. I think anything goes. So I'm going to add a little bit of stone wash and maybe a little aqua to my palette in a spot that had something else so it could change colors. And I'm just going to add a few berries here and there. And some big berries, and I might add a little bit of white too. The white helps it to make it a little more opaque, so that when I go to put it over the top, it's not lost by the background. And it also kind of helps to thicken it up a little bit. So I'm gonna just try, and I may need, to remove some of the green. So I'm just gonna remove a little of the ink so I can get all different sizes. So I will speed this. I'll come back when I get this all done and we'll start painting. So I kind of like this. I kind of like it. It's kind of in groups of 3, which in a wreath really makes things look better. So I'm going to add a little bit of try the little blue here again. Just kind of make little dots. And I'll go back with a darker color to make it look more realistic. But right now I just want to get some color on. I may add just a couple little dots here and there too where I didn't get the ink cleaned off. This is kind of looking kind of cool. I kind of like it. Hopefully it's not getting too overwhelming with the time. So I'm just going to go on a few of them and darken it with some, I think it's indigo. It's whatever color I used in there. This, add a couple drops of snow cap just to make it super dark. Add some more indigo. Make sure it's not blooming too much. Just kind of get a little bit of the underside of some of them here and there, just make a little bit more realistic. And I'm not super realistic artist, so I don't want to make it look perfect. I just want to make it look believable. There's so many things you could do with this. I mean, it could be red, you can put like silver, and oh, there's so many things. This is like making my mind go crazy a little bit. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more white. Actually, I might use a Posca pen. I'll do that. And then I always do that, and I always have to mellow it out. So grab a blending pen of some sort. Hopefully this has juice in it. Just kind of blend it a little. So I love the Posca pens, but I don't like the stark white. And a lot of times it'll blend into the background anyway. There we go. That's better. Way better. If you want to add a silver ribbon, there's so many things you can do. I think it looks pretty cool though. I am going to grab the background and peel the back off, and we are going to be done almost. So the background, and then it's good and dry, and I'm going to set this just on top of it. I see a little bit of green I need to clean up, but I would also kind of maybe like to splatter a little bit. I love, love, love the sparkle from the pearl coming through in the background. It's super pretty. Yeah, I'm going to just take a little bit of maybe the green and just splatter just a little teeny bit. Whatever I don't like, I can wipe off. And I'm not really loving it, so I'm just going to stop there. But it's okay. I kind of like that. All right, so I'm going to put it in the frame. Now, of course, I'm going to spray seal this, but I just want to give you guys an idea. Maybe I took the glass out so there's no glare. Let's see. Hopefully, I did it right. And it is a little big, but it sure is pretty. It's really pretty. Now this is the way I could do it. So now I got it here. Now I can kind of look to see where it's overflowing, which is okay, and get it evened out, and then I'd probably tape it down and then put this one on the back of it. And the big reveal. It's awfully pretty. If you give it a shot, stuff is fun. I think I'm gonna do some small one for ornaments. Maybe I'll do another video for that. It's sure been fun being part of this. Yeah, check out some Grafix products. They're pretty awesome.